So now let's talk a little bit about price elasticity of supplies and its detriments. If you look at the definition of price elasticity of supply, it's a measure of how much the quantity supplied of a good responds to the change in the price of that good. So when we're looking at it under the formula, it would be computed as the percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in price. The detriments of price elasticity of supply have many different functions. The flexibility of suppliers, goods that are somewhat fixed in supply, have an inelastic supplies. Supply that is usually more inelastic is in the short run more so than in the long run. So how would we compute the price elasticity of supply? Okay, so in general, we talk about the supply curve. If the flatter the supply curve that passes through at any given point, the more elastic the supply is. When the elasticity is equal to 0, the supply is said to be perfectly inelastic and in a vertical line. When the elasticity is infinite, the supply is said to be perfectly elastic and in a horizontal line. Because firms have a maximum capacity for production, the elasticity of supply may be very high at low levels of quantity supplied and very low at high levels of quantities supplied. So, overall, let's look at this example. Can good news for farming be bad news for farmers? Let's say a new hybrid wheat is developed and that is able to be more productive and put more supply into the market than those in the past. So what happens? We have more supply going into the market. We know that supply increases, prices fall, and the quantity demand rises. If the demand is inelastic, the fall in the prices is greater than the increase in the demand of the total revenue, because it will fall. If demand is elastic, then the fall in the prices is smaller than the rise in the quantity demanded and the total revenue rise. So in general, the demand for food and other supplies like that is usually inelastic. This means that this would mean less revenue for farmers. Because farmers are price takers, they still have incentives to adopt to new hybrid ways of growing wheat and making better products. But they also can produce and outsell more wheat. This may explain why some of the numbers of farms have declined dramatically over the past few years. This may also explain why some government policies encourage farmers to decrease the amount of crops that they're planting. We will continue on to the next chapter where we talk about government involvement and government regulations and rules. And we'll touch back on the farmer's role in that as well. Again, good luck with your test. You have 48 hours to complete it. That should not be too difficult. It's only 25 questions. But if you do have questions about it, please feel free to text me, call me, or email me at any time. I hope you're enjoying this semester.